Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thanks to all of you for being here. I've listened carefully. Look, I know you have difficult jobs, and I know your colleagues do as well, and I thank you for the jobs you do. By and large, you've kept us safe, and I appreciate that. I'm not sure how much progress we're making today. I understand that there's little that you can tell us in a public setting. You'll probably be somewhat reluctant in a private setting, classified setting, and I understand that. This place leaks like the Titanic, usually for political advantage, and I really, really regret that. It would seem to me that when we do this again, Mr. Chairman, we could invite our three friends here back, but also the policymakers. Put yourself in our shoes for a second. We can't see what you see, so we have to assume the worst. That doesn't mean it's an accurate assumption, but Senator Lee made the point well. Government has been known to abuse its power. And none of us want to look around one day and see that America has a social credit system like China. We don't want you to become as powerful as Facebook. For all I know, Facebook has our DNA. But that's a separate topic. And let me give you an example. I guess it was back in the late 60s, President Johnson had decided not to run for re-election. He was in the middle of the Paris peace talks. He received information that then candidate and later President Richard Nixon allegedly was interfering with the Paris peace talks for political reasons. I don't know if it's true or not, but there was credible information. And but President Johnson couldn't say anything because he got his information through illegal wiretaps. We don't want to end up there again. I don't understand, and in the little time I have left, I hope you'll help me. On our call detail records system, was it shut down because of technical difficulties or because of a cost-benefit analysis?
Sir, I would say that it was shut down. It was suspended because we did a cost-benefit analysis, but we couldn't do that in isolation and not take into consideration the other factors such as the data integrity and compliance concerns that we faced. So we don't operate in a vacuum, so we would weigh all the different factors to include those to try to come up with a comprehensive and really thoughtful position on how to proceed with the program.
You're not a policymaker.
No, sir.
But I've been very impressed with your testimony and your candor, given the circumstances. If you were a policymaker, and perhaps you should be, would you renew the program?
Sir, what I'll say to that is that I support the administration's position because I honestly believe it's the best position to have with respect to this program.
And why is that?
So the reason that I believe that is that, as I mentioned before, the way terrorists communicate and the way technology evolves, it's not out of the realm of possibility, certainly, to say we might find a new technology out there that we've never even considered or thought of. Those terrorists might be using that technology, and perhaps the way we could get insight into their contacts, again, just metadata with one another, would be to leverage this particular authority. And I want to be able to have the ability to move as dynamically as possible in trying to get at those communications once a decision would be made to say, yes, we think the value, the potential value of that authority and how we would apply and leverage it would outweigh the resource costs. And we're confident in our ability to execute that authority in compliance with the laws, regulations, and policies that govern us.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All.